There'll be girls across the nation that'll eat this up. Babe, I know that it's you so, but could you bottle it up? Get down to the heart of it, no, it's my heart. Your shit out of your luck. Don't make me tell you again.
As much as Siri has advanced over the years, the visual interface for interacting with it has remained largely unchanged. When you use Siri, your iPhone switches to this full-screen UI, obscuring your current context. So this year, we've completely redesigned the Siri experience with a new compact design. It makes tasks like launching apps incredibly seamless. For example, if you say, "Open Safari," Siri pops up at the bottom of the screen and instantly launches the app. Or if you ask for information, like the weather, results appear at the top of the screen, just like a notification. Now, this is especially great when there's information you want to reference on screen. For example, you could ask Siri to add to your grocery list. So that's the new Siri design in iOS 14. But the UI is only part of the story. To tell you more about how we're making Siri smarter than ever, I'll hand it off to Yael Garden.
Thanks, Craig. Siri is getting smarter and even more helpful every day, and I am really excited to share the latest updates with you. Siri helps you in a ton of little ways every day, playing the morning news, ordering a coffee, getting directions, setting the alarm before going to bed, and so much more. In fact, Siri is helping so many of you with a staggering 25 billion requests each month. And Siri is getting more helpful every day. Siri's always been great for getting information and now has over 20 times more facts than just 3 years ago. For more complex questions like, how do hybrid cars work? Or what causes seasons? We recently introduced answers from websites across the internet, enabling Siri to help you find even more answers. Another way Siri helps is with communication, like sending messages. This year, you can now ask Siri to send an audio message, and Siri will start recording. This is great when you really want to have the emotion of your voice come through. Another popular way to send messages with your voice is using dictation. Keyboard dictation uses the same speech recognition as Siri. And leveraging the power of the neural engine, we are now able to run dictation on device. This provides great accuracy and privacy. When communicating with someone in another language, Siri can help with translations. This year, we're expanding to support many new language pairs. This is hugely popular, but we know our users want more than just translating phrases. They want to have entire conversations, and we believe conversations between languages should feel natural and easy, and have the ability to stay private. That's why we're introducing a new app called Translate. It is designed to be the best and easiest to use app for conversations, and it can work completely offline, keeping your conversations private. Using advanced on-device machine learning and the powerful neural engine, you can translate your text and voice between any combination of these 11 languages. So I could have a conversation with someone in Mandarin, and they could have a conversation with someone in Russian. Just tap on the microphone and say, "What are your store hours?"
¿Cuáles son las horas de su tienda?
You get back the text and audio right away. And just turn the phone to landscape to open conversation mode. We've designed a side-by-side view that's easy for two people to know which side to follow in the conversation. This mode is incredibly intuitive, with just a single microphone button because the app intelligently detects the language spoken and shows translation on the correct side of the screen. Translate will make communicating between languages easier than ever before, connecting people in new ways, and we can't wait for you to try it.
Thanks, Yael. Next up, messages. Messages is how many of us communicate with people most important to us. And now we're using it more than ever. Compared to just a year ago, we have a record number of users sending a record number of messages. And we've seen people use messages more and more to keep in touch with their closest groups. This year, we're introducing a new way to stay connected with your most important conversations, giving you new ways to express your identity with Memoji, and making big changes to how we communicate in groups. To tell you more, here's Stacy Lysick.
Thanks, Craig. First, let's get started with conversations. From the beginning, Messages was designed to make it really easy to get to your newest messages. But with so many active conversations, sometimes it can be tough to get to the ones that are most important to you. So we are introducing a new way to let you stay connected to your most important conversations by letting you pin them at the top of your list so you can always get to them. And you can see messages as they come in with a beautiful animation on the pin. Next, let's talk about expressing yourself with Memoji. There are over 1 trillion ways to customize your identity with Memoji. In iOS 14, we're adding even more ways to create your look with over 20 new hair and headwear styles to let you reflect your hobby, profession, and personality. We've also added something that's even more relevant today, face coverings. And we're adding more age options too. My favorite way of using Memoji is with Memoji stickers. And now we have 3 brand new Memoji stickers that let you send a hug, a fist bump, or even a blush to your friends. Last, let's chat about groups. When you're talking to a group, sometimes there's so much going on, it can be hard to keep track of the conversation. So this year, we're gonna help you bring order to the chaos. First, we're adding inline replies that let you reply directly to a specific message. You can view replies in the full conversation, or you can view them as their own thread so you can focus in on the specific topic. To make it even more clear who a message was meant for, we're introducing mentions. With mentions, you can just type someone's name to direct a message to them. And now you have the ability to only be notified when you're mentioned in the group conversation. And check out the top of this conversation. We have an all-new design for how groups appear. It lets you see all the members of your group where the most recently active people are shown largest. And for the first time ever, you can create a unique visual identity for your group by setting a group photo or customizing your group's look with an emoji. Inside the conversation, you see group members' photos around the image. Of course, it looks great as a pin. You know who's most recently commented in the group because their photo will appear around the outside of the pin. And that's what's coming to Messages in iOS 14. All new pinned conversations, fun updates to Memoji, and powerful improvements to groups.